Now let's move on to Victoria and those terrible fires which have broken out. More than 700 firefighters are battling out-of-control blazes across the state as Victoria experiences the worst conditions since the Black Summer fires just over 5 years ago. Georgie Dickerson is in Seymour and joins me now. Georgie, what's the latest?
Yeah, good evening, James. We're here in Seymour, and it's around an hour from where those large-scale fires are burning at the moment. Tens of thousands of hectares has already been burnt, and there are multiple emergency warnings in place for residents to leave their homes, and if it's not safe to leave, to bunker down. Now, as you mentioned, these are some of the worst fires that this area has seen since 2019, and it's certainly, people are hearing the warnings. They are evacuating from their homes, taking their belongings where they can. Tens of thousands of hectares has already burned, and reinforcements are being brought in from interstate due to how large scale these fires are. Now, yesterday in Victoria we did have a slight reprieve from the heat, but that has done little to ease this fire. Today, temperatures just a few hours ago were tops of 44 degrees. We're really seeing these wind gusts come through here in Seymour. But here was the Deputy Mayor speaking a short time ago.
It frightens the living daylights out of me. It is a beast. Do not try and outrun it. Do not try and dictate it. Don't try and predict it, because it will beat you every day of the week. This is the worst I've seen it, and it's heartbreaking, but it's also terrifying because we don't know what's going to happen. The next 24 hours is really watch, wait, see.
An evacuation centre has also been set up at Seymour. We were located there earlier today, and there was a steady flow of people coming into that evacuation centre. One lady in particular that we spoke to, she suffered through the 2009 Black Saturday bushfires where 173 people lost their lives. She said it was quite an eerie feeling coming here today after escaping her home. Take a listen.
From what we could see, it's less than 5 kilometres from my house, and if the wind turns, I wasn't waiting for it to knock at my front door, and especially when I was in the CFA and did 12 years, and my husband's done 31 years as a CFA volunteer, and he's at Pucker at the moment waiting for fires, and basically told me it was my choice to what I do. So I set the sprinkler on the roof and came in.
Everybody's been wonderful. There hasn't been any problems with anything. No, it's been really fantastic.
We've got a really generous community here in Seymour, and there's so many people that are just stopping by and saying, how can I help? People have been dropping off cartons of water. KFC have donated all this chicken for lunch. So that's the sentiment of Seymour, really.
Now, at this stage in Longwood East, 3 people do remain unaccounted for, a man, a woman and a child. They were last seen by fireys yesterday when fireys returned after that fire had swept through. The home was perished and those 3 people were nowhere to be seen. Authorities are still looking for them. But authorities say today this is an example that people need to listen to authorities and evacuate from their homes. Here's what one of the authority members had to say in terms of if a person has not been able to leave their home, what they should do to bunker down inside.
Do not take shelter in the centre of the home. Stay on the inside the home, but on the outskirts where you are able to see the outside of the home and the condition outside. Many people who die in houses that are subject to bushfire do so because they lose their situational awareness to what is going on around them, and the home catches fire without their knowledge. Stay on the outside of the home, watch for safe conditions outside, and when safe to do so, leave the home and await for fire authorities.
So, James, it's certainly a rapidly changing situation here in Victoria on the fire front, and it's certainly going to be a long night for emergency services and residents here in the area.
Georgie, thank you so much for that update. Please stay safe there. It just looks absolutely terrifying. Thank you so much for that update.